Hi guys! Welcome to Football Mad Dad Cooking with Football Mad Dad. Today we are making pork chops, roast potatoes, baby spinach in cream with a bit of bacon, mushrooms and fried onion, and with some long baby marrows. To finish it off, we'll obviously do a nice little gravy as well. We're doing my two favorite things and we're putting them both together. That is football and cooking. And we're bringing you one show that has cooking and football in at the same time. Hope you guys find it interesting, and if you do, please put thumbs up! Okay, over here we've got our baby marrows. As you can see, they are cut like this. I have put them in water so that they don't go brown and that. We will be steaming them. We will not be boiling them. Then what we've got over here is the baby spinach. Again, I soak it in water with a bit of salt. Make sure that it's nice and clean before we fry it. So over here we've got our roast potatoes. So what I normally do with my roasties is I always make sure I pre-boil them first. Over here I've got my mushrooms. So I just took one packet of mushrooms and I just finely cut it like so. Then I took 2 onions. So I'm going to put a beef stock in the onion as well. What I've done over here, I've got a pan, so I'm going to put the potatoes in. We're going to put those in the oven. So I'm just going to go like this and put them nice and evenly out. Okay, so we want our potatoes so they go golden brown. So all we're going to do is we're going to just dribble and draze a little bit of oil over your potatoes like so. Okay, so now we're just going to salt the potatoes. You can spice them, you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt on them. Now that's how it should look like. And give it a little wobble so it's underneath it. I'm now going to put it directly into the oven. With the potatoes in the oven, what I do is I normally put on about 280 below, so underneath temperature. I make sure that it's nice and cooked and crispy on the bottom before I turn it over onto the top and then grill the top and make that golden brown. Okay, so I've drained out all of the water out of here. Out of the spinach, because remember, I don't want to actually boil the spinach, I want to try to fry it. So now I've done that, I'm going to add some butter for taste, or margarine, I prefer butter. Okay, this is what we call an air fryer. Probably one of the best on the market when it comes to air fryers. It does meat like your dream. You can see the pork I've already put in there. And I only put it in for about 10 minutes now. You can already see how the crackling is going lovely inside there. And then you can see all of the actual fat. There's no added fat in here, so it's very healthy. And all the rest of the fat is dripping away from your food. So I've taken out the baby marrows. I've added new fresh water there. And now we're going to steam. So we're just going to put that on, put it onto the lid like so. Switch on the gas. And away we go. So now we're going to cook that and just till it goes not too soft and not too hard. It must be nice in between. I like my veggies to still have a little bit of crunch. So let's talk about weekend games. Arsenal, I think, played Newcastle and won 2-0. They're playing Man United on Thursday night. So I think they've won out of 8 games and lost 1. But they only lost it to Man City, so you can't hold your heads down for that. Then Liverpool versus Southampton. I think Southampton was totally outplayed. Liverpool are on definitely a big time. I said this from the beginning. Liverpool last year wasn't Liverpool. The year before was, and this year they're starting again. 4-0 demolition of Southampton, an absolute killing. Wolves, Norwich, 0-0. Again, pretty boring game, but I mean, I think Wolves are in 5th place or 6th place. So I mean, they should be beating Norwich, but Norwich again has got the new Aston Villa manager with them. So yeah, I suppose that's why. Then Brighton, again, also in the top 10 against Leeds. That was a 0-0 draw. Brentford beat Everton. I think Everton's manager, Benitez, is in a little bit of trouble. That is, if I'm not mistaken, about 5 losses in about 7 games. Okay, then Man City versus West Ham, which is obviously a very, very good game because I think West Ham was in 4th and Man City was in 2nd. Man City did win 2-1, but didn't. The game parts that I watched of the game, it wasn't a great playing by West Ham. Man City again, like always, they just carry on drilling out those wins and stuff. Leicester with Brendan Rodgers, remember he was under a bit of a pressure because of last time. They beat Watford 4-2 at home, and again that pressure that built up from Brendan Rodgers, but it looks like he's got it right again. Maybe he's got his mind right again because he's now knowing he's not going to be the manager of Man United. And then the last game, Chelsea versus Man United, 1-1. Sancho runaway goal, penalty from Wan-Bissaka to give Chelsea a 1-1 draw. Absolutely terrible by Man United. It was an absolute steal. I feel sorry for Chelsea because I know if that's Man United and they did it to Man United, I'd also be very grudging because they should have won that game. They had, I don't even know how many corners, how many shots, how much, all the possession. It was an absolute one-sided race, but football's football, and at the end of the day, the result is what counts, and it was 1-1. So hats off to Man United. Okay, so top 5. Man United is still going to play Arsenal this Thursday, so anything can happen, but the top 3 are definitely pulling away from the pack, and I think it's going to be a 3-horse race this Premier League. But yeah, please give me your comments below and tell me what you think. I'm just going to add my onions and the stock to it, and I just want to get that stock nicely done. I'm going to add the mushroom. Inside there. Give that a stir. The best part about cooking, a nice Heineken when you're cooking in the heat, goes down like a charm. I drink the 0% because it's got the great taste but without any of the alcohol or bubbles. Now we're just going to add the bacon to our spinach. Okay, it is already diced bacon. We're just going to get it a bit loose like this. Now we want to have a look at what has happened here to our pork chops. As you can see, the pork chops are beautifully brown and the fat is rendered beautifully. Professional, like a gourmet chef. And I did nothing, just placed it in. Ready then. Okay guys, so what I've done over here is I've taken some of the water that we cooked the baby marrow in, some of the fats that came off of the meat in here with a little bit of beef stock. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our gravy from this. And then what we'll do is we need a thickener. So I'm not going to do it from scratch. I'm doing it home cooked style. So I'm just going to add some Bista. Okay, now I'm just going to add the cream in here. And next cooking show, I think I'm going to get Wreck-It Ralph on. Man United's new coach. Oh, now that's starting to look gorgeous. So what we want to do is just make sure that we can get the cream right the way down. That will be delicious. Okay guys, gravy's nice and thick. And that will taste awesome. Because that's come from the same juices as the meat. It is getting hot in here. There you go, you can see it's cooked on the bottom as well as the top. Perfect. Okay, let's taste. I'm getting a little bit of spinach here. Oh, bloody hell, that's so good. That's really bloody good. Oh my. Oh my word, that is good. Nobody's having spinach, I'm having it all. Nobody's having, I'm eating everything. Okay guys, please comment below what you think. Also, remember, I love football, I love cooking, putting them both together. Give me your comments to see, yes it works, no it doesn't work, stop wasting your bloody time. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. And then please give a